Hello.
Hello. Are we live, Jason? Are we
are.
here?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's a Saturday morning and I'm very tired. Hello, everybody. This is Star Wars Silence in the Force on It's Probably Okay. This is only our second episode, so you haven't missed much. If you want to go back and watch the Zero session, you could do that after this, but that would be on YouTube at Probably Okay Games. Though if you search It's Probably Okay Games, you'll probably also find it. It'll probably be okay. Yeah, you can also check out the Spider-Verse game, but do that after this. Definitely do that one after this. It's great, though. Joey was on it. It was very, very fun. I think Pooja guested on it. Lots of great people, lots of great things, and Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie ever made, so, you know, opinions and things.
Yeah. It was actually one of the few times I got to hang out with Pooja without Janet yelling at her.
Oh,
it's true. This is true.
There is a long-lasting blood feud between Janet and my friend Pooja.
One-sided blood feud. One-sided.
Yep.
I love Janet. She wants to murder me and keep me away from Jason at all costs.
Yep.
It's just pure jealousy.
I'm like, what happened?
I also have, and she took offense to that.
Oh. You just need to like hide treats on your person, and then she'll love you.
And that works, but it takes over an hour. And then it resets every time I see it.
I don't know why the dog is so dramatic about this.
Someone is pressing her Janet reset button every time you come over.
Yeah.
So she like has to meet you anew.
Yeah. Not a girl, not a robot.
But yeah, let's go around the table. Let's meet the few people that are here. We will have one person showing up later. Let's start with Pooja.
Hi, I'm Pooja. I am playing the Mandalorian Kyra Ren.
Oh, the end? Okay.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. You can't have me go first in these things.
It's okay. It's perfect.
I'm the worst.
I had a moment of thinking of Kylo Ren puns, so I froze. Jason, you're next.
All right. I'm playing Kieran Ren, Kyra's twin brother, and we are the descendants of Sabine Wren from the Rebels, if you've seen that, or just Rebels, I think it's called. And Kieran is culturally Mandalorian, but has been raised as a Jedi in the new academy that exists in our setting. So, that's it.
Let me know if any weird construction noises are coming through. I think they're like remodeling the apartment next door to me.
Oh wow, no, nothing's coming through.
Yep, you're good.
Cool.
That's wild.
All right, Joey.
Hey guys, I'm Joey. I am playing, oh my god, I forgot my own name. Shio Mark. That's what it is. Shio Mark, the Chani Jedi Knight, who is obsessed with the different lightsaber forms and is the Jedi Master to Kieran Ren.
Yep, and you're really gonna make me say Jedi Master Mark.
I am. That's my gift to you. Mazel tov.
This is like when I was playing Jedi Academy, and I'm still not over Jedi Master Kyle. Like, he was like, call me Kyle, and I was like, I will not.
You are Master Tarn.
But was it like Khail?
No,
it
it's
was Kyle.
Kyle. Kyle. Kyle. No. It's like Cody. I know Cody is a reference to like another movie that George Lucas was really into, which is why there's a Cody as a clone trooper. But every time I hear it, I'm like, Cody is not at least spell it with 2 E's or like several I's.
Get an apostrophe in there, something.
Just nope, it's Cody, Cody. Like,
inexcusable.
Well, the trooper got to pick his own name, and there's no accounting for taste, so.
You know, you're right. You make a very good point. So until Jay gets here, I think we're going to run over a little bit of character creation. We're still kind of play testing because this is Demigods, which was written by a person who's on this stream. I think it was Joey.
Yeah, I wrote it. It's all me. So you're welcome, world. No, I did not. I cannot write an RPG. Are you kidding? It would look like a very, very bad thing.
But think of all the Shakespeare puns.
So many Shakespeare puns, guys. So many. It would, if they could make a musical RPG, I would be too lazy to write it, but I'd play the hell out of it. Yeah.
It would be amazing. All right, no, it was actually written by Jason. I'll give the credit to the real person who actually did the things.
That never happens.
Oh no, Jason, I can't hear you.
Dorkler.
Nope.
Straight up using the Demigods playbooks today, and then talking about a little bit how they're going to be transitioned. So that's, if anyone wants to go download the quick start guide there, you could see the same thing we're looking at. Wait, now I can't hear Blythe. What has happened? Can you all hear me?
Yes, I am loud. I project. I'm classically trained.
Okay, I think maybe we're back. Okay, yes.
Oh, good.
I think the default sound out got swapped somehow from me clicking something. I don't know what happened. Here we are. Hello.
Hello.
The professionalism of the It's Probably Okay channel.
It wouldn't be a Star Wars game if something technologically did not go wrong.
That's right. That's right. Everything is old again.
You should just put "I have a bad feeling about this" just constantly on the screen.
Yeah. That's what we'll be right back screen should say.
Just turns out you had to bypass the compressor.
Yep.
Honestly, it should also say "Never tell me the odds." Just alternates between the two as time goes.
That'd
The
be
later
fun.
we are. All right. So, Jason, this is a game you've made. We're going to be using your playbooks. We kind of briefly discussed which ones would go well for each thing, but do you want to this is your bread and butter. You
Yeah, sure.
Tell us some things?
Yeah, so in the playbooks, let me pull open that document again. So there are 9 playbooks. I think at least one of them is probably going to get gobbled up into parts. It's spare parts, bud. And what we're going to wind up with is the arcane playbook is basically the consular type thing. They're, sort of woo-woo, magic-y. And that's what they're going to focus on. A lot of these moves can be converted. Things that don't make sense are like portal. Jedis don't open portals to place. That's just not a thing they do. So, we'll be adjusting some of that kind of stuff. They don't literally cast spells, but they do some pretty woo-woo nonsense. So also
they could cast spells. It could happen.
That's true. But it's not like the bread and butter of what you expect from a Star Wars Jedi. But the playbook is also centered around esoteric knowledge and hard, just what's the word? Just esoteric expeditions. So that's what that is. The Artisan is probably one of the ones that's going to get gobbled up into pieces because it has a lot of moves that I think a lot of people would want. One of the moves on there is like Driver, which is going to be Pilot, and that's something anybody... So I think what we're going to have is like the playbooks and then a like vanilla list of like anybody can pick from this list if they want to. And it's a lot of... like in mythology, the Artisan makes way more sense as its own playbook. But in this, it's a lot of like, I built my own weapon. I'm an incredible pilot. I'm, one with the machine is, all that kind of stuff. The Celestial is a kind of a hunter playbook, which is going to be good for probably like a bounty hunter type, but we're sort of mixing bounty hunter and trooper and like Mandalorian, like trying to figure out where, what the differences in those are. But that's a rough outline of where that goes. And then the Elemental is the other one that we're kind of looking at for bounty hunter Mandalorian, because you could have your flamethrowers and your grappling hooks, and there's just a lot of like mobility stuff in there. Probably less.
In the grand tradition of Sabine Wren, blowing stuff up causes so much collateral damage.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing. The Elemental has a lot of like collateral damage issues. So that is, a strong component of that playbook as well. So that's another, like Celestial and Elemental may end up being mashed together. Or there's a version of the Celestial that I'm not thinking of for like long range Jedi or something like that. Or it's more like a Yoda kind of, trying to see the future, that kind of stuff. But I think it might be the difference between sort of real combat-y, trooper Mandalorian versus a more subtle bounty hunter type character. I think there's room for differentiation there. Then the Muse.
Janet had some words about that.
She just pooches on the stream.
Come on, Janet.
No,
just give me a chance.
Wendy had to go out today, and she's just in great distress about it. And now there's a dog out in front of the house. So, how dare.
It sounds like if I go get the mail at all, my dogs are like, "Where did you go? Yeah. You left me." And I'm like, I walked downstairs.
Yep.
That's it.
So the Muse playbook is going to be that sort of inspiration / support character where it's like your, and I don't say support as like a pejorative, but it's that like military officer, noble, those types of roles where maybe they're less focused on combat and they're focused on sort of organizing people and getting people to work together and all that kind of stuff. So... And there's a lot of like being influential and looking good kind of skills there. The Reaper is one I don't know if it's going to make it through at all, because there's just not a lot of like talking to the dead as a thing. Like I know we talk to Force Ghosts sometimes, but there's not a lot in the Reaper playbook that matches up to feeling like Star Wars stuff, but I'm open to feedback on that. That's just kind of my read so far.
Here we go. I was like, let me get to the Reaper.
The Trickster, along with the Muse, I think there's room for Muse and Trickster overlap, although I don't think I think they'll be individual. The Trickster is kind of going to be our like scoundrel, smuggler type, so there's a lot of stuff to work with there. And I particularly like, because of the theming, so the Trickster playbook, none of their moves roll dice. They might modify how you roll some other dice, but none of them roll dice, which was an intentional design choice because the Trickster doesn't take chances. And I like the idea of that being also Han Solo's playbook of like, never tell me the odds, because I don't need that. So I think there's a real strong kind of smuggler, freighter captain thing here. So the Verdant is another one that can be either a Jedi type or a bounty hunter type, because they have a lot of ability to move around and fight and track things, kind of like the Celestial. So that's where like a lot of these things we'll see some combining and whatnot. Like if you look at Star Wars, there really aren't like a dozen character archetypes. There's really just a handful, and that's okay. And then the warrior is going to be pretty focused on that like guardian Jedi type, and that will be having a lot of different lightsaber forms and that kind of stuff. You know what? I think the Celestial was also leaning towards that sort of shadow Jedi, the ones who take some time to be a little bit sneaky and get information and do that kind of stuff. So that's the rough template that we're building from.
Looking over the Reaper, I would say take it down for parts and probably use it in a Night Sister related thing.
Yeah, I think there's probably room to do that. There's not a ton in there that's going to be super applicable to Star Wars. That's okay.
Well, Night Sisters speak to the dead. They also become ghosts.
Yeah, but they don't like travel to the land of the dead and okay, maybe I'm wrong about that.
Just side eye. I don't know if they like travel to the land of the dead, because I don't know. The land of the dead in Star Wars is the Force.
Yeah.
But Yoda I guess he kind of does at one point, if you count a thing that happens in Clone Wars, but that's getting real.
Real nitty-gritty.
Real nitty-gritty and deep lore there.
Yeah, we don't care for that sort of thing here.
Nope, we're not nerds. We're totally normal jock people who like sports and things.
Sports.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, someone might actually like sports. I don't know, but that's okay. It's okay.
I mean, I say I like sports. And what I mean is I grew up in a place where fanatical devotion to the two football teams in closest proximity to me was like basically bred into you.
Yeah. I like to say I speak conversational sports. I can ask where to go to the bathroom in sports. I can order at a sports restaurant.
I know like enough about baseball because I actually used to play that I can like get by, but and I know a little bit about basketball because Orlando Magic's games are a big deal when you can actually get to go to one. They're very fun, but like otherwise, I think there's sports happening now, and I was mostly mad because it meant I couldn't watch Masked Singer on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want my cheesy reality show. Was that the World Series?
Yeah. I think it's all tied up at this point, if my bardic knowledge serves me well.
I don't know. I just know that all the boys are screaming about it at work.
Sometimes I did see stuff about Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ryan Johnson made a tweet that was a 2020 mood, but it was actually about sports, of just him screaming. And I was like, I think I know you're talking about Dodgers things, but 2020. 2020. Mm-hmm. All right, so we have we actually have like, I think 3 different playbooks here, don't we? Because we have Guardian with Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Got Mandalorian with Pooja, which I don't know where you are on my screen. I'm just pointing at people. And Jason, what is your playbook that you're going with?
I'm going to use the Arcane as a base and go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dogs are barking now.
Bork, bork.
It's the construction. They're just like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
But do we want to run through how that works and what we're thinking for all these things?
Yeah. We just get a base idea.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, Powered by the Apocalypse, for those who haven't played it in chat, it's really simple. They don't make it too complicated to build a character. It's very easy if you've never played a TTRPG to jump into Powered by the Apocalypse and understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of why I like the system so much, is like, it's got a very low barrier to entry. It's not too rules heavy. It's not too crunchy.
And
Like-
for me, it incorporates a middle area. It's not just binary pass fail, because pretty much binary anything is bunk. So I appreciate that about it.
Yeah, I like the like mixed success in the middle of just kind of like you do it, but also you might break your hand doing it.
Yeah, I mean, all kinds of things could happen.
Or you do it, and then lots of unintended things.
Yep.
Like you broke open the prison, but behind the door were only stormtroopers.
Broke up in the prison, and now all the bad guys are free.
Yep.
Oops.
Yeah, I just really love having a gradation of possible outcomes. This feels good.
No, I like it too. I that's part of. It's nice because when I've played it in the past, like, it's a way for your GM to get you out of a tough situation. That's like if you're stuck in something that's like real weird, or for some reason your character should know how to swim, but you can't get out of this water. This actually happened to me as Captain Marvel in a game. And like there was like a point where they were just like, all right, you know what, that's 7, you get out, but you're still like soaking wet. It was just like I kept failing, like hardcore failing at like getting out of the water to do something. And eventually it was like, okay, you're out, just get out.
What? Why was it difficult to get out of the water as Captain Marvel?
There was a lot happening.
Okay.
I don't remember
Things.
exactly.
She was having an off day. It happens to everybody. You
Okay.
know?
All right.
She was having the most off day.
So what I think one of the things that we have to look at is like there's probably going to be like 3 or 4 Force user playbooks that automatically have access to the use the Force basic move. And then other playbooks can probably take a Force sensitive move and gain access to it, but probably with less, accuracy or some sort of disadvantage or something because they haven't trained in it their whole life. Trying to differentiate that between that on some level.
No, we need to figure out that's something that I would like to figure out is a good advancement situation, like especially because we do have a character who's Force sensitive, and how to
Yep. Yeah.
properly advance you into the class you want to be inevitably.
Yeah.
Which is something that like every other Star Wars game has done, but once you get to be a Jedi, it's not very fun.
Yeah.
They're like, it's really hard to be one. Also, it's not really worth being one. And I'm
Right.
like, but why?
Yeah.
I want to move stuff with my mind.
That was the other thing is that most RPGs I've played were based in Star Wars. Either everyone should be a Jedi or no one should, because it just absolutely did not feel balanced at all, and is not fun being the person not playing the Jedi in the group. At least that was, yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah. I've also played the flip side of that, where I've been a Jedi, and because the game was balanced, I couldn't do jack all. Like, I could maybe lift something with my mind if I rolled really well, or I could move really fast, but I couldn't do both. I had to pick. It's like, but those are all just basic things about being a Jedi. Like, why can't I just, no.
Yep.
There was also no good way. Like, I played a Jedi. Thankfully, I played kind of like a drunk, useless Jedi who had fallen out of the Order. But there were times where it's like, I can't have general knowledge of history and things, which is also all, like, Jedi are well educated.
Yep.
They tend to have a decent working knowledge of where they're going and the history of things. So it was like you couldn't balance out those knowledges very well. And that was kind of frustrating because it was like, well, if I was a Jedi in the movie, I would know this. But because I'm not, and the only time I was really useful was if I hit something. Because the second I hit something, I was like, it died instantly.
I want to say hi to chat. Blue Troller is Minerva Fox, who did the cover art for Demigods.
Oh.
If you haven't seen it, you absolutely should see that. She just crushed it. And also Kasith Lord, California David, Drunk Useless Jedi is his real life character class. That made me laugh.
Says the guy with Sith Lord in his name.
Right.
Hey, you know what? That's kind of amazing. I like the idea that he's a drunk, useless Jedi, or they're a drunk, useless Jedi who wants to be a Sith Lord, but just doesn't care enough to do it.
Too busy drinking.
Too busy, just like, done. Bar. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It is.
I treasure you.
Also, the art is absolutely beautiful for this. I really enjoy it. I was looking over these playbooks and I'm like, it's so nice. I love the line work and the colors. Like, it's absolutely adorable.
And to get on the Blue Troller hype train, she also did the art for the splash page for the Spider-Verse game.
Yep.
Which was gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks really good. And any streamed game would be so lucky to have her do a splash page.
Especially, Star Wars themed games.
Yeah, I don't even know if Minerva likes Star Wars very much, so it's probably a separate thing, but
I mean, I would be so lucky and so happy if the game I was GMing happened to have beautiful artwork by Minerva. But I don't know. She might hate Star Wars. She might think it's terrible.
Oh boy. Okay.
And if we were even so lucky, if a theoretical game might be so lucky, she might actually stream it on her own channel.
Oh yeah, that would be fun actually. If you don't know, Minerva, is it Tuesdays, Thursdays? You should put a link to your channel in here because everyone should be following you. She does live like line work and drawing and all kinds of stuff. You can watch her work there. And it's basically like watching a real life wizard. You're like, how did you get from there to there? I don't understand. And Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was right. Okay. At like 7 or 8 Pacific time, but I don't remember exactly.
And when you're really lucky, she or producers put links to the puppers in chat.
Yes, that's always fun too.
I'm going to give this is, you know what? I'm leaving this channel and going over to her channel and I'm never coming back.
Yep. I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's actually, digital art is magic. I'm trained how to do a lot by hand, but trying to learn digital art has been like, how does this magic work? What secrets must I unlock to learn how to do these things?
Yep.
Anything with an Apple Pencil, I'm like, it's actual magic. This is not real.
I have some ideas for my playbook. Can I?
Okay, yeah.
Can I say?
Yes. That was going to be my next ask.
Someone else go, please. I need to go talk to Janet.
Oh.
Okay.
Baby.
Well, actually, I had questions for Jason, so I don't know what to do.
I know that one thing I would like to take is long view from the Celestial playbook.
Okay.
You are able to look across vast distances with perfect clarity, assuming nothing is blocking your line of sight. And basically that's just a riff on the fact that Mandalorians have that little like antenna targeting module thing that comes down over their helmets. Just like this.
I know, I know exactly the one you're talking about. No, I think that's fair that you would have something like that, especially as a Mandalorian. Being a sharpshooter is kind of important to your existence.
Mm-hmm. Sharpshooting and blowing things up, I feel like, they go they go hand in hand.
They really do. Jason, there's a Janet.
He's a baby. Hi.
She's like, what are you doing to me? I'm distracted by dog now.
Yes.
I wish I could do that with Frida, but like y'all would all just watch me bleed out as she cut my throat.
It would be like,
She likes to crawl up in my lap when I'm in the chair, but only on her terms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I
like
respect
Janet.
that. Jason,
Mhm.
we've decided Pooja's taking the skill Longview from the Celestial Playbook because it fits Mandalorians.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Joey had a question for you.
I do. So I'm looking at the gifts. Now I'm assuming as a Jedi, I don't have to pick epic melee weapon.
Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the gifts are gonna turn into like equipment, right? Oh no, don't touch the mic, baby. It's okay.
So will that just become lightsaber?
Yeah, I think what it would be is like
Or
if you have like Jedi gets a lightsaber, and then if you want a second lightsaber or a double-bladed light, like if there's like something special about the lightsaber, you know, the adjustable length. Oh, okay.
I'm just saying you should name the gift an elegant weapon.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's so most of the gifts are going to be like, you know, like we know what this archetype should look like. You have all of the things you would have as a character in the movie, and then the equipment is what, you know, gifts will turn into equipment, and that'll be like the thing that is extra special about your stuff. And yeah, I think that's the goal there.
Cool.
That being said, if anyone wants a double-bladed lightsaber, I will 100% let you start with that.
Well, I have an idea. I don't necessarily want the double-bladed lightsaber, but because my character is very into the lightsaber forms, wants to be an expert in them all, I almost like the idea of a custom hilt that'll let me like adjust it so I can get the curved hilt for when I'm using Makashi.
Sure. Or the Tonfa build as well. Have you seen that one?
No.
So Tonfa is like a nightstick.
Oh, right.
And then it goes back this way, and so there was a lightsaber that worked like that. So that was pretty cool.
But yeah,
I mean, that's
the reverse. I should know what this one's called.
Prison you.
No.
Is that Shien?
Shien,
Yeah,
Shien.
it is Shien. Yeah, it's reverse. The reverse thing on Shien, so it's like you're punching, but with the lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's not very practical with a lightsaber because you would inevitably burn your arm, but it looks really cool when Ahsoka does it.
Yeah.
Right.
You need a special forearm guard.
A cortosis forearm guard.
Yeah.
There was also a guy who had lightsaber kneecaps, so.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
should we look at gifts at this point, or do we want to hold off on gifts? Just kind of also make my follow up.
Well, I think gifts are good, like especially if you have suggestions for what to do there, because like, you know, Epic Steed is probably like, do you have a personal starship? But even that is, or like maybe that's a speeder, right? Like Steed is probably a speeder.
Tricked out speeder.
Because that's a pretty simple thing for someone to get in Star Wars. So
I mean, it could also be a blurg.
Yes. Yep. Bye. Blythe is excused. She's. So yeah, a number of those things. Like on mine, I have familiar as an option, and I think it might be fun to have a little like critter who is a friend in the Force.
A Kowakian lizard monkey?
Definitely not that.
What, you don't want a little salacious crumb
No,
relative?
I want a crystal fox.
Yes.
This
Can
is
I
fair.
Can I have a crystal fox, Blythe?
Maybe.
Okay.
You can definitely have a porg.
Yes.
All right.
I have a port somewhere. It might be on my.
No, I genuinely think if you're going to get a familiar as a Padawan, it's something you'll have to pick up along the way. It's not something. But if you want that, and you want that to be a thing, DM me and I'll make sure to take note so that I can hopefully make things happen for you. But we'll see.
Okay, yeah, we can figure that out later. So I think a lot of the gifts are going to be like that kind of stuff of like, you have a blaster, but it shoots in 2 directions, or I don't know. It would be like, yeah, you're a scoundrel. You probably have a blaster, like, unless it's a really souped up blaster that is awesome. I mean, in the context of demigods, a demigod who's just using whatever sort of normal weapon or equipment they have, they do 2 harm. And if you pick epic weapon, it deals 4 harm. And that's probably what we could do for this. Like, if you have a blaster, it's just going to do 2 harm unless you have an awesome blaster that you have, rigged up somehow. Oh, that's cute. So the that's I was just seeing porgs listed as rations. Dark Lord Canada.
No.
Boo.
No.
Sorry, I had to disappear for a second.
Porky, pork, pork.
Yeah, we can't eat porgs. They're a little chewy.
Oh.
This pork. This is the reaction. Just get stared at.
That's a good
I accept
reaction.
it. I have the same porg.
I love them so much.
It's so great.
It's cute.
It's the best.
Okay. That's actually somewhat helpful and makes sense. So yeah, I will definitely take the epic melee weapon. Probably epic shield. And I don't know about the third one yet.
Okay.
Yeah, in that case, epic shield would probably represent your exceptional ability at blocking things, versus like a Captain America.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think for because there does need to be a little bit of a deflection when we get into combat or anything. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll add that to the fight section for trained force users with a lightsaber are able to,
and then if you're more of a consular type, I wouldn't be opposed to something kind of Kylo Ren-y in the beginning of The Force Awakens, where you can use the Force to not stop them mid-air, but like deflect.
Yeah, or like when Vader catches the bolts in his hand and he's like, "What are you doing? Don't shoot blasters at me."
Yeah, like I'm down to give it a little bit of flavor for each type of Jedi, so that, because I don't want to limit you to like, oh, I am only a lightsaber user. If you want to be primarily a Force user, like, I want you to be able to do that.
Are you telling me I can dodge blaster bolts? No.
Yes.
When you're ready, you won't have to.
The Porg is gonna GM from now on.
Excellent.
Yes.
I'm okay with this.
And that means you can play, Blythe.
Hooray!
Yeah. Yeah, their name is Mango.
Oh, there he is.
Mango.
Mango the Porg.
So
I think I'm gonna take epic armor and pair it with divine
I have
speed.
too much hair.
So, this is a lie. Your hair is glorious and exactly
It is.
correct length.
It's absolutely glorious. We can match.
Yay.
Pooja, are you thinking of divine speed as like a jetpack?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. So that tells me what I need to edit to make that make sense. Blythe, if it's okay with you, I was going to take from the moves, the arcane has esoteric, etc. You know things, secret things, dangerous things, and you just get a roll to, remember something about truly obscure knowledge.
Yeah, that's 100% in your character. I was gonna say, do you want it to be really good recall, or do you want to kind of what is it, psychometry, when you touch the touch power?
Well, I want two separate versions of that, right? Like this is the, like, I think I read about that one time kind of thing, but I also want another ability that's like psychometry, which I think the Celestial has, so I might just steal it off of there as a psychometric ability. And then I might use, it's called Shields Up on here, to sort of emulate that Kylo Ren, the energy absorption thing. Yeah, I might take that.
I'm gonna say that if you do take that, because you're still a Padawan, you're not like great at it yet.
Okay. Yep.
Like I think your character would have it, but you're still kind of figuring it out.
Sure. I wonder if we could change the Fate's favor and disfavor to experienced and inexperienced.
Oh, I like that.
Where you have like a down the middle roll, which is like, yep, this is about what I'm comfortable doing. Or like Pooja's character using a jetpack, she's probably extremely experienced at doing that and maybe should like roll with favor. And, that's...
Yeah, no, I like that idea. I also think, so for that, in that case, I think Pooja, your character, can just use a jetpack at will. It's combat stuff where you would have to worry about rolling. I'm not going to stop a Mandalorian from if you just want to hover, like, I'm not going to stop you. But,
just fly down
or
to
if
the
you're
market.
like, I want to fly from here to here, I'm not encumbered, I'm not fighting, then I'll let you do it, because as
But
a
it's
Mandalorian...
like that thread the needle, like,
Yeah.
jetpack parkouring through the obstacle course kind of stuff.
Yeah. If you want to look really cool doing it, there's some rolls. If you just want to do it, you can do it.
I mean, looking really cool is kind of my whole entire purpose of being. So yeah.
All right. So for all the extra flips in there, you will roll with favor.
Yes. Jason, quick question regarding epic armor versus epic shield. What is the difference?
Oh, well, in Demigods, Epic Shield is you get one more armor value, but you also usually designate something that it can do. So in Demigods, it's like, I can throw this shield for 2 harm, or I could throw it and it's going to do something and come back to me. Or it reflects, stare attacks. Like a Medusa gaze. So you just say the special thing that it can do. Like it knows every song ever written, whatever you would want your shield to do. So I think in this context, it would be, some sort of defensive skill that increases your armor and gives you an extra ability of some kind. We'll have to figure that out. And then epic armor is just 2 armor.
2 armor. Got it. Okay, so how do you feel about... So I know we were talking about deflecting blaster bolts as a Jedi option.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be something you might want to consider for the substitute for epic ranged weapon? Or is that something that I can throw a lightsaber? Or is that something where I can levitate things and toss them at people?
Yeah, I was thinking ranged weapon would probably fall under those things of like, you pick, oh yeah, I'm a great lightsaber thrower, or yeah, I can pick up things in the room and wing them at people with great skill. I think the deflection thing is probably going to go as a function into the new version of Smite Your Enemies. So, and that will be related to here's how to fight. And then if you are force trained, here is an additional thing you could pick from on your success list.
I'm totally down to do if you're deflecting blaster bolts on a 10 plus, I will 100% give you you whacked them in the face with that bolt if you want.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair because you are trained very well in your stuffs. But if it's just the 7 to 9 range, you deflected it, you're not getting hurt. But if you get that critical success, then yeah.
Yeah,
it's a deflect, not a reflect.
Yeah, I think that's probably what the fight move is going to look like ultimately.
Yeah. That's me going off of Fallen Order combat too, because in Fallen Order there's a lot of you can just deflect automatically.
Yep.
But you actually have to think about the timing of it if you want to whack them with it. It's very satisfying when you do
Oh my god, it's
Yep.
the best. So I'll take epic ranged weapon. I haven't decided yet if that's a saber throw or a telekinetic moment, but I will just make that decision at some point.
I mean, I'm a fan of saber throws because I like the fun little spinny boomerang effects.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that, but the thing I like about the telekinetic throwing things is Form 6 Naman is kind of an idea of kind of blending force powers and saber combat. So it'd be nice to have big time.
No, I'm
Side
down.
note, every single user of Naman in the Battle of Geonosis died.
So why would you use it?
Well, because I'm a big old nerd.
No, I know.
Because he knew about Naman before anyone else knew about Naman, and it's just the coolest. So it's
Also, the only reason that happened is probably because it was arbitrarily assigned to the Jedi in the Battle of Geonosis.
Yep.
Well,
After
Not
the
to-
fact.
not to get okay, I'm going to open up the book. So Naman
boy.
is also known as the diplomat's form. So it's probably the Jedi who are not used to fighting.
Yeah.
It's very much here you passed your elementary fighting skill. Congratulations. Here's your diploma. It was basically lightsaber GE.
Fun fact, one of my old coworkers at a previous job of mine is one of the Jedi in the arena
oh
in
really?
the second film.
That's
And she
awesome.
looks super confused because clearly no one was given the direction of where things were. So she's just like, eh. And it's like, all right,
Yeah.
good job. You did it. She was like a PA or something at the time, and they were just like, we need people to fill in.
But Blythe, another move on the Arcane playbook that I was thinking about is called The Voice, and I was thinking it would maybe give you advantage on like mind trick kind of stuff, where it's like something that you've spent a lot of time practicing.
Yeah. Mind tricks are always going to be hard because unless the person, that's just canon. So
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just straight up doesn't work on, like, that's fine.
yeah.
But
So I'm totally down to do that. I do also want to have something that's just like, if you're a smuggler, you probably are a bit of a smooth talker. So, like in this case, Rachel's character Dean would probably have, maybe she doesn't want that, but have some way to talk her way out of things.
oh yeah, I mean, there's the whole sway someone move that banks on your ability to be impressive and all that. So that's
But yeah, I'm totally into that being the mind trick stuff.
okay.
Once again, so I think in this case, Joey's character is the only character who's going to be trained in these things, really trained.
Yeah,
So I think he'll be the experienced one.
sure.
You'll have it, but be inexperienced at it, which I just want to see the role play that happens between the two of
Oh,
you.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm like 20 years old. I'm not like an Anakin at the beginning there, but yeah, exactly.
No, but I think where you excel is your knowledge and your
research.
character.
Oh, and that was another thing I was going to ask. One of the gifts on the Arcane is Ritual Spellbook, and I was wondering if it's appropriate to carry around like a holocron or a datacron or something that would be sort of like my personal reference notes of all the weird stuff that I've found. Like, can you update a holocron as you go, or
Yeah.
how do those work?
No, holocrons can be used as essentially books and data. So they can contain a lot more information than just just one thing. I mean, you see it with Kanan's holocron has literally Anakin teaching lightsaber forms somewhere in it, as well as the Obi-Wan Kenobi don't come back to the temple.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna take Ritual Spellbook and call it a holocron, and that'll be one of my gifts.
I'm also down for your character, since you want to be more of a consular type, if you want to focus on some ranged forcey combat things.
Yeah. Some sort of advanced telekinesis stuff.
Yeah, which you will be experienced in. Like, I'm not going to make you inexperienced in the thing you actually focus on.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of was those like social interaction things like mind trick and ranged whatnot. I mean, he has a lightsaber, but that's not really his go-to.
It's like, I have this thing. I don't really like it. And Shio is just like, use it.
Yep.
I mean, I forgot I had all my lightsabers out, and I just looked on the floor, and they're still all on my floor because I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. But yeah, so I think for you, like lightsaber forms and stuff, you won't be as experienced in.
Mm-hmm.
But certain force combat things you will excel at.
Yeah, great.
Whereas like Joey's character will have all the lightsaber things. All of them.
Cool.
Yep. Cool. I think I've got my 3 moves chosen.
Okay.
I think. So I'm taking cleave, or this is what I might change, but I have cleave right now. It just be hits 2 enemies near each other, but if I do that, I choose the same smite your enemies option. That just makes sense. Because that feels very Shien. I'm sorry, Jim So. Ironheart. You have 2 additional harm boxes at the front of your harm track. Always mark these boxes first, which means you can take 5 harm before taking -1 to all rolls, because that feels very Soresu. And then to the death, challenge someone to a duel, fight one-on-one until one surrenders, dies, or someone interferes, which feels very Makashi. But I'm debating on whether or not to swap cleave out for practical tactical brilliance, A, because I love the name of that move, and B, because it feels like it ties very well to my Echani heritage of being able to see combat as an art form. So that's where I'm at.
After all this is done, by the way, y'all send me your character sheets just so I have them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
I'm just checking on a J.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we have another person coming.
Well, it was more like, oh yeah, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I was at with that too.
Oh yeah, if he says anything, we can always just do our little intermission and then come back as well. So
Yeah. Because then I have a fun little character bonding adventure for you.
yay!
Yay!
I'm excited. My dogs keep wanting to bark so badly.
Bork bork.
Porg.
Ah.
Nailed it.
I need to take one more gift, but I'm so torn about what to take.
What are you choosing between?
Well, right now, looking at the elemental and the celestial, here's the real problem: is I want an animal companion. Like I keep looking at this between elemental familiar and animal companion, and I'm just like, I want a pet.
Maybe we should both have animal companions.
I'm just saying.
If we want to make that a gift as opposed to like a skill.
I mean, that's what it...
Yeah, the animal companion's listed under gift and is typically listed as harmless, although I think the celestial one might be able to do 2 harm.
The celestial one can do 2 harm, and then we have
hold on.
familiar underneath the elemental.
I'm going to shift our scene here real quick. We will be right back after these messages.
We have a J.
We have a
And we're back.
Hello.
We have a Jay.
Hello.
A Jay has appeared.
Oh.
Jay, introduce yourself.
Hello,
that
everyone.
The chat knows.
Jay Holtham back here once again, playing your scoundrel Trash Penta, which sounds remarkably like Trash Panda, and that is not an accident.
Just a coincidence.
That is a thing that happened. I am trash. So yeah. Did I need to say more?
No, you're good. You're great.
Excellent.
So we've been kind of going over the playbooks and kind of actually character creating.
Mhm.
I do have a little mini thing planned, so we can go over your character if you want, or we can jump into a little fun scenario. We only have a couple hours, so
Let's jump in. Let's jump in, and we'll figure out who trashes along the way.
It's the trash we made along the way.
Exactly.
Oh, good times. Good times. Alrighty. If everybody is ready, we will jump in. For this, any dice rolls that are made, once again, if you really mess it up, you will have to roll dice rolls. They will just be straight rolls. There will be no pluses or minuses. So it'll be 2d6. For those who aren't familiar, for those watching, Powered by the Apocalypse runs on 2d6. You have failures, you have mixed successes, and you have successes. Normally, you can get a little bit of a bonus here and there, or minuses, depending on what your character has. But right now, we're just going to do straight rolls. So no pluses, no minuses. But once again, I'm going to be very shocked if you have to roll. This is just about bonding and being friends. Maybe, I don't know.
Sounds suspicious.
That's up to you. So yeah, let's jump on in. Y'all have did we name your spaceship? We didn't name your ship, did we?
I don't think we did, and that's bad luck.
I think the captain needs to name the ship.
Trash, what's the name of the ship?
Ooh. Hold on. I'm contemplating the Starhawk.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
I love it. Okay, so y'all have just gotten back from a very important mission. You were off retrieving a Jedi statue that isn't particularly of note, but it is good for art, and they want to add it to the museum. And it's been very, very hard to retrieve and very hard to find. So you've got back. You've got the statue. It
was a light green statue.
The statue. Sorry. You've got the statue. You are landing in your very, very off the beaten path landing pad that has been designed just for you because your ship and trash are banned from the academy.
Facts. Those are real facts.
Those are real facts. So you're about to make your trek along the go back. How do you all get back? Did you have a little land speeder, or do you have to call someone?
No, we got a little land speeder. I have a little land speeder.
Does everybody else just have to walk?
I walk nowhere.
Is it not a multi-seater?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is. We got one of those little souped up cruising things.
Question: is it the speeder that we crashed when we originally tried to skip out on our lessons way back when? And since it was basically totaled, is it just trash it? And you took that to mean, I guess, yeah.
It is now. Many repairs later.
Have you given it a new paint job and fixed it up?
Yep. New catalytic converter. It runs real good on unleaded. It's
All right. So y'all are y'all gonna head over to the academy to return the statue?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you are headed back. As soon as you arrive, Dean scurries off to the library. She wants to go do some research on the statue, and she's gonna go meet up with her Jedi Master to kind of report back what she's been learning. So you head into the academy. Trash, you know this is the only time you're allowed in is
Yep.
when you're returning from jobs.
And only into the lobby.
And only into the lobby. So a member of the council comes down. She's kind of, you know her as kind of your like leader. She's kind of the one who gives you every job you have. She's responsible for making sure you have the resources you need to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one you file all the paperwork with, and she does all the red tape for you. She is a Miraluka woman. She is about 5'11", because all of my women are tall. Are you straight, or do you make tall women in games? She has kind of long, deep auburn hair that she's like wears in braids, and she's a Miraluka, so she has the face covering. She learned not the hard way, but she learned that people don't always like seeing no eyes. It's a little weird. And she has like her Jedi robes on. You see her double-bladed saber at her hilt. No, this is not a self-insert.
Why not?
Her name is Solana, and she walks up to you and kind of sighs, and she's like, I miss the days of when you could just walk into my office. And she kind of stares at you. Can't see that she's staring at you, but you feel that she's staring at you, Trash.
Yep. Oops, all trash.
You feel the if there were eyes, you would feel them death glaring you right now.
Mm-hmm. I am studiously looking away. Not
She's
over
like,
there.
do you have it? Do you have the statue?
Of course we have the statue. Here it is. And I mean, in regards to trash, doesn't the code teach forgiveness?
It does. But unfortunately, I am not in charge of the academy, so I don't have any say as to whether or not trash can enter these doors past this point. If it were up to me, I would have waived that a long time ago. My matters are in archaeology. So she's like, hand me the statue.
I will gesture to Kieran, who is holding the statue.
Oh yeah, how big is this thing?
It's tiny, which is why it was so hard to find.
Yeah, I produce it and hold it out to her. I don't really say anything.
She's like, good work, Kieran. Shio, seems you've been training your Padawan quite well.
He is learning much, and still has much to learn.
As we all do. And she's like kind of touching it and going over, tracing the statue with her fingers and just kind of making sure it's all in one piece. She's like, good work. Good work for all of you. I will have another mission for you tomorrow, but tonight is yours. Just make sure you wake up on time. We're going to need you bright and early.
Of course.
I don't take that personally at all.
Once again, not targeted at trash, but probably a little.
Oh boy.
Out of character, what was her name again?
So SOL apostrophe Anna. 2 N's.
ANNA.
I was so close. I had one N.
And is she's a Jedi Master, right? That's who we came to see?
She is a member of the council.
So Master Solana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it.
One day she'll have a last name, but
Why?
I have a fun story about this character. For off stream.
Great.
So she's like, remember, bright and early. Your next mission is going to be of most importance. I can't discuss much here. Trash, tomorrow you're going to be allowed into my office. But only tomorrow. And you must arrive early so I can escort you there myself.
Okay.
I assure you, Master Key will be here. As will we all.
Kieran squints.
She was like, I'm counting on it, Shio.
Okay.
Even if I have to drag him here by his Leku, he will be here.
Huh.
Thank you very much. Now, have fun. And she just kind of like goes away. She's still tracing the statue, and she's like, I'm going to go put this in the museum. And just kind of saunters off. So yeah, the night is yours. You have a very important mission tomorrow. But tonight, you've just gotten back from a very successful mission.
I assume we have a lot of paperwork to do.
No paperwork
okay.
right now.
No. Definitely going to the Kyler Club.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Might as
paperwork
well.
is for, the intern Jedis.
The what?
The intern Jedi.
They do the paperwork.
Also, Solana gives you your bit of credits that, you make off the job. It's still a job. You still need to make your living expenses. So yeah, are you gonna head to the Kyber Club?
The more we say it, the more it sounds like a strip club.
Honestly, except for the cantinas, like most Star Wars clubs do sound a little strip clubby.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And they often seem to have at least some strip club aspect.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually dancers somewhere on a stage.
Yep.
Yep. It's a little weird. But okay.
Sometimes they're in a private room specifically too.
Sometimes.
So.
Yeah, I agree. Unless that's Cantina, some of those names. There's one in one of the games called the Gilded Descent, and I'm like, how is that not that's single entendre?
Yeah, that's just a straight up brothel.
Yep.
All right. So the Kyber Club is a little ways outside of town because the Jedi Academy is outside of town. So you're gonna have to take your little land speeder to get there. But
are we are the Jedi in the Jedi who live and work here, are they berobed most of the time, or is that an aspect of the past, or what? Is there sort of a standard look?
I think there's more personal spins, but Solana was wearing the council robes.
Yeah.
That you've seen her out of those once.
Sure.
But for the most part, the robes and the general aesthetic are still there, but it's not like you wear all black because you're probably going to be evil. It's like you can have different color robes if you want.
I was picturing Kieran in sort of more practical garb, like what we see Kane and Jarrett wearing kind of stuff, like pants and then a jacket and that kind of thing.
You know what? I will ask your master, do you require your Padawan to wear his robes?
Only on formal occasions. That's only when I wear them.
All right. For
formal events, if we're doing something as a representative of the Jedi Order, then we robe up. But if not, we can wear casual. Just don't dress slovenly. Make sure everything is pressed and clean and everything's there. But yeah, we don't have to wear robes unless we're doing something official for the Jedi Order.
Okay. Cool.
Because Shio is definitely in the jacket that is slightly too short, that is all over Star Wars.
The bolero.
Yeah, but a little too long to be a bolero. It's you have an inch between the waist and the hem of the jacket. It'd be a crop top if it was a top.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And then a shirt underneath that, and a pant and boots with his lightsaber on his belt.
Okay. And for Kira, do you wear your armor at all times, or do you occasionally not wear your armor? Like you're getting back from a mission right now, so are you wearing it right now?
I am, because we just got back. But I'll take off like the top half before we go to the club. It's not really fair, I learned after the first bar brawl, for me to wear my armor and then get in one. So I gotta even the odds some.
I mean, isn't it kind of up to them to get in a bar brawl with you? Like, I feel like they've made their choices.
Who's picking a bar brawl with someone in armor? Like, yeah,
I
you get what you pay for.
When I say
buddy.
fair, I mean I have to pick the fights now at this point after the first time with the armor.
So you want the chance that somebody will pick a fight with you.
Got
Yes.
it. Yes.
Yes.
You just want to be asked. I get it.
I mean, sometimes a woman just needs a little, like, she wants somebody else to take initiative.
Yes.
It's understandable.
Yep.
All right, so you're headed to the Kyber Club. I'm gonna say there is a bouncer. They know you well at this point, so they let you on in. They don't. They're just like, you see the bouncer kind of roll his eyes. he's a big dude. Got 4 arms. I'm forgetting the name of the race right now, but it is Dex from the diner.
Mm-hmm.
So big fishy man with the like thing that I don't know what that's called.
The waddle?
Huh?
A waddle?
Yeah, he's got like a thing. But yeah, so he just kind of sighs and he's like, tonight, really?
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Is there a special event?
there's a very important guest in there today.
Oh, who?
I don't know, some politician. Like, I think he's the vice governor. I don't know.
Oh, you mean the lieutenant governor?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Well, listen, we are good around important people. So
Kind of looks at all of you and notices that Kira's not wearing half her armor, and he's like, yeah, okay. Shh. And he like looks for lightsabers. He's like,
no,
you got weapons on you this time?
Well,
No.
Just the symbol of my position.
yes.
He's like, I'm not gonna. It's like, you better promise you're not going to ignite that in there.
Absolutely not. Not after last time.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, in the defense of others, there's the possibility.
Not without reason.
It's like, we cleaned up the place. It's gonna look real different in there tonight. We are trying to look nice for the lieutenant governor. He's erecting some statue or something in his name. I guess he
Oh.
built a park for like the kids.
Okay. I like art.
Yeah.
I'd like to
fine.
see that.
We're just
Parks
gonna,
are great.
Is
Yeah,
this
we're just gonna
another
drink.
statue of himself?
This one's of him and his pet Koakian monkey lizard.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
the lizard could be cute, but
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be like 10 feet tall on like a very high up podium. It's
Oh. Okay.
solid gold.
Seems more intimidating than inspiring.
Yeah.
He says it's a very big deal and he's rented out the place for the night, so I'm letting you in on good faith.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're not going to start any problems.
No.
On our best behavior.
Yes.
Jedi's honor.
Heard that
Not
one
that
before. And he opens the rope. He lets you in. You walk in. The Kyber Club is normally kind of dimly lit. It's not always the cleanest. It's a bar. The cantina's usually packed with all sorts of figures, but tonight it's weirdly clean. It's very bright in there. You can see everything, even stuff you wish you didn't want to see. And like you never needed to know how low some of the bars are. Like you could almost hit your head on a couple of them. There are a lot of politicians in there tonight for the lieutenant governor. The governor is nowhere to be seen. She does not make herself seen at these events because she does not care for the continuous erecting of statues.
Yeah.
And
Don't
she's made that pretty public.
We're fond of her, aren't we? Like, she actually
Yes,
does some
she's
good.
great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you love her. It's the lieutenant governor that's a little sketch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I'm trying to remember what we named the lieutenant governor.
Did we name one?
I don't think we had
I don't
one.
think we did. I don't remember naming the lieutenant governor.
Definitely, we decided that they were a yellow-green Twi'lek.
Yes, I accidentally made them a man. They were a woman.
Okay.
They're a man now. Whoops.
Thought he was a man last time, and then the governor was a woman.
The governor is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, this is a yellow-green Twi'lek man. And you see him off in like what is known as the best booth. It's kind of the biggest. It has the most intact cushions. It fits pretty large parties. You've actually been there before because it's kind of out of the way, so they actually like to put you back there because it means you're less likely to get into a bar fight.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight you can't have your usual booth because the lieutenant governor has taken it over.
Okay.
So as you walk in, Gemma Crystal walks up to you, and they kind of sigh for a second and are like, "Really? I told him not to let you in tonight."
I mean, don't you think that having some Jedi as patrons kind of gives the place a bit more of a posh feel?
They point to the several members of the Jedi Council that are there tonight. That the lieutenant governor personally invited.
Oh, come on, Gemma. It would be no fun without us.
Listen, I know that. The lieutenant governor doesn't know that. But fine. I can't give you your usual table, so you're gonna have to make do with the one with no cushions on the other side.
Maybe it would help if we go explain to the lieutenant governor why it's good that we're here.
Nope.
No, you are not talking to the lieutenant governor tonight.
I just thought, I mean, everybody appreciates an explanation, and
Patience.
the more information you have, then you can make good
Char,
decisions.
I can assure you that Lieutenant Governor Char does not want to talk to you.
I see.
I'm not even allowed to talk to him tonight. He requested the other servers. So, you'll have me all to yourself.
Why? Why would he want the other servers and not you, the owner of the establishment?
They're a bit younger.
Oh.
Looks
He's
better.
So gross. So gross.
Lieutenant, I mean, listen, we all know what the Lieutenant Governor Shah is doing, so we'll just take the good paycheck that he's giving me and the establishment tonight, and we'll have some fun. And they're kind of scooting you, like, go to your table now.
You had him pay in advance, right?
Oh, I had him pay several things in advance. Technically, he still owes me a little bit of money, but he's still paying for everything at the bar, so I don't do open bars here unless you're paying very, very, very well. And Lieutenant Governor Char's a little bit cheap.
So
So
what you're
all of
saying
his-
is the drinks are on him. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Like, you didn't hear it from me.
Well, in that
And-
case, if it stays, if you're not terribly busy, why don't you come and join us?
Yep.
I do need to make sure that the patrons at the bar are okay, but I will come back. Just take a seats. I will try to find something to make this a little bit more comfortable. And they start wiping down the table and like kind of trying to make it a little cleaner. This is like a kind of the booth you don't normally want to be at. And you'll have a moment to sit while Gemma goes and gets your usual drinks, because they know what you like by now.
Mm-hmm.
And you are not paying for a single thing tonight because of Lieutenant Governor Char.
Hooray!
All right.
What a hero of the Republic.
That's right. So beautiful.
Oh, good.
Doubles all around.
Yep.
Yep.
And keep them coming.
So yeah, throughout the bar, you see there are members of the Jedi Council there who have been explicitly told to make an appearance because the Jedi Council does not trust Lieutenant Governor Char. So you can kind of see like they don't look pleased. It kind of looks like they drew the short straw. But they're there. They have their drinks. You see other members of like the lower end political staff. No one on the direct governor staff is there.
Mhm.
But like some of the like one person is in charge of local parks and they're there. Like, God damn it, I have to, and you can see kind of on their face, God damn it, I have to build another one of these statues. And then Lieutenant Governor Char is in your usual table with some very burly looking Trandoshan guards. And only allowing certain people near him when he wants them.
What is the current deal with Trandoshans galaxy-wide? Because from what I know, out of character with Trandoshans, they are garbage who hunt Wookiees. I just want to know, is that still kind of like, have they reformed at all, or are they still kind of...
They have, I think it took a little bit of work. They are a more recent reform.
Okay.
But like in the last like 30 years, they've reformed and kind of moved on. But it wasn't as easy as some of the others. It took a little bit of time. But now they're under the Republic. They're on your side. They don't hunt Wookiees anymore.
Okay. They're not slavers.
No.
Okay.
No, there's no slavery. No, slavery is completely outlawed in all of the Republic.
Yes.
Seems like a
Huzzah!
basic
And
minimum.
Enforced.
The lowest bar.
Yeah.
And it's heavily enforced. If they catch you doing that, you will go to jail for a very long time, depending on your lifespan, I guess.
Yeah.
If you live 100 years, you're going to jail for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So these big burly Trandoshan guards are in front of him. They don't look super high end. You know that typically the governor's palace would use if the governor was in there, Jedi would be protecting her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little unusual that he doesn't have kind of a normal guard. He has one that he paid to make him look like he thinks it makes him look important, but you know better.
Mm-hmm.
But he's back there. He's wasted. He's super drunk. He is like going off about how great he is and how great and he has his Kowakian monkey lizard with him. And it's just there like, what am I doing here? I don't know what to do. Get me out of here. I didn't want a statue made of me.
As a Jedi who is hopefully going some of the Ezra Bridger route of like connecting with animals, when we sit down and get settled, is there a way for me to like subtly check in with the Kowakian monkey lizard and just see like, are you cool? Are you sad? Like what's your deal over there? Just try to connect with it.
Yeah, I'll give you a chance, but you know what? I'm gonna give you a -1 because you aren't super close to it.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'm just gonna use weird. I think that's probably the right way to do that. Oh, yeah. So that's an 11 -1 is 10.
All right, you know exactly what's going on with this Kowakian monkey lizard. It loves its owner. He does treat it quite well, but it is annoyed. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot going on.
It's noisy. Yeah.
It's very, yeah, he's very overwhelmed.
Okay.
He doesn't really want to be in a loud bar, and it's
Oh,
not as loud
same.
or crowded as usual, but it's still not that big, and it's still pretty crowded. He's stressed out. He's like kind of, like if he were a dog, he'd be kind of panting a little bit and just trying to remove himself from the situation. So he's kind of snuggled up in Char's lap, like trying to calm down, but Char is really drunk, so he's not really paying attention.
Okay. Well, that's fine. As long as it's not miserable and it's just sort of having a bad day, that's okay.
No, it just doesn't like it in there. It would much rather be out of there. But as far as it knows, that booth is the safest place to be.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
There is someone who is not a member of the political party who's there, who is just kind of a big burly man that you've seen a lot, and much like you, just kind of got let in because it was easier. It was just like, oh, just go in. He's a regular, and he's got like black hair. He's very, very buff. He's chilling over in a corner, and he's kind of side-eyeing you. Like, oh god, you got in tonight. And he's looking at Kira, and he's like, not wearing armor.
Do we know this guy's name?
No, you've never asked.
Okay.
You've just seen him a lot. And he's not like rude, but he always looks like he might be fun to fight with. So he's chilling. He's got several drinks in front of him. He's been there a little while. Gemma comes back with your drinks and is like I said, they're on Shaw, and gives you a couple extra on the house. Because
it's very generous. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're not paying for it, and they're not paying for it. So Gemma's feeling very generous with the lieutenant governor's money.
Generous?
Gemma, yes. And they're like, I got you usuals, but they're a little stronger than usual. So.
Nope.
Thank you.
Very appreciative.
I've always said the Cavern Club is the shining jewel of the city.
Oh, Shio, you know how to flatter me.
Is it the rose quartz, if you will?
Yeah.
Aha!
They kind of look around, they're like, what? They don't know what a rose quartz is, but they're like, I assume it's pretty. And also gives you like a big bowl of mysterious alcohol and lots of straws.
Yes.
Like Star Wars tiki?
Like, yeah, like a kind of Star Wars fishbowl.
That tastes
and
like
kind
college.
Kind of winks and is like, hope you don't have to wake up early for anything tomorrow, and like walks away.
Not that I can recall.
Nope, not tonight. I'm good. This is great. Perfect.
I am just gonna say this once: make smart choices because we will be there on time.
Jay, this just popped into my mind, but I wonder if Trash and Kieran are get like a little weirdly competitive, so like friendly competitive things. Like he's not going to compete with Kira because she's just better than him at everything, and but you know, Trash isn't part of the like Jedi hierarchy and is I don't know.
Yep, we're going drink for drink.
Yeah, okay. So if we made eye contact over this like tiki bowl, yeah.
Definitely the one who starts the drinking contest.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you've got that bowl. You've each got 2 drinks. Like Gemma's treating you real nice tonight.
Perfect. Just what I needed. Especially after that encounter at the Jedi Council. Like, oh, well, gonna need to be drunk for the next 2 days. Sounds good.
Like I said, make smart choices. Every minute you are late is an hour you're sitting on a rock.
I wouldn't be late. That's Master. When's the last time I was late to something?
You almost missed us taking off.
But I didn't.
Yeah, almost is the key word there. Almost means you made it.
A good rule of thumb, Padawan. Early is on time. On time is late.
I was having an excellent conversation with a creature that I had never seen before, and I lost track of time because they don't experience time the same way we do. Mm-hmm. I've explained this.
That is a wonderful excuse for them.
I'm just saying there's a reason there's different words for early and on time and late. They just have different meanings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing it out there. You do your thing, your Padawan thing. Just saying.
What are you doing, Kira?
I am, I'm drinking my drink. I've kind of left the fishbowl thing alone for now. I'll let somebody else, figure out if that's actually just going to poison us or make him pass out right away. But while I eyeball that guy, I am like deadlocked stare with that guy.
So he notices you're staring at him, and he's kind of staring back, and he kind of does like a motion, like you wanna do this?
And I grin, that half grin, finish off the drink I'm drinking.
And he's like, he throws back his he has like a little shot that he's been drinking, so he like shoots it back, and he's like kind of gets up, starts cracking his knuckles a little bit, like getting ready, and he's kind of like, come on.
Oh, are we what, Kira, what's happening?
Just a little fun, nothing to be concerned about. Oh no, I just saunter up, like lazily get up out of this booth.
I will yell as you leave the booth. Make smart choices!
Yeah. Sorry, I have to back her up. I like slide out of the, just follow Kira over there.
I think that horse might have left the barn.
It's fine. I'm like behind and to the left of Kira. I think we've been in a fair few fights together, and this is
kind of notices that you've walked up behind her, and he's like, he kind of grunts, and then like turns around, and he has like a smaller buddy that you didn't see before.
Because he's huge.
I get like a shit-eating grin on my face at that point. I'm like, yes, you know how it goes.
And his smaller buddy, it turns out, is just like 5'5", kind of think like a MMA build woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, you've got him, big burly buff dude, and then you've got MMA build woman, who once again you've seen her before, but you've never asked these people's names. This is just the dance. So he's like getting ready.
Oh,
he's like,
can I retcon a little and say before I went over there, I like slid my lightsaber over to Shio, and like that's just not something I'm going to take with me to this. So
100%.
Okay.
And as you know, so like most of the party is over on the other side, so there's a good little space for you to do this. There's not like, no one's over by you right now, and no one has noticed that you're doing this yet. But he comes up, and he's taller than you. He's like 6'4". He's a tall dude. He kind of looks down. He's like, you wanna do this? You ready?
And I'm gonna hover so that we're almost exactly the same height. I'm just like that much taller.
Oh, how tall are we, Pooja?
Oh, I didn't think about it.
I was like, y'all said Tom Holland-y build, so not very tall.
Yeah, like 5'9", 5'10", something like that.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Impossibly small.
Yes, just indescribably tiny.
Stares in 5'7".
Compared to the guy who's like 6'5", yeah, you're impossibly tiny right now. Except, what is Shio and Trash doing while they are?
So I think this encounter is going to make the decision for me. I'm not going to take Cleave yet as one of my moves, and I am going to take Practical Tactical Brilliance. So what Shio is doing is he's still in the booth watching, taking in the battle scene, or what's going to be. Look, there was a firefight with fists, and kind of gauging what appears to be the skill level of his friends and the skill level of their opponents, and like, are they in trouble? Are they gonna get their bell rung real bad, or
Roll 2d6.
Yeah.
Just straight roll.
Yep. Doubles is a thing in Demigods, right?
I actually haven't worked out how to do that in this game yet.
Were they 2 1s? Is the real question.
No, they were 2 2s.
So Blythe, I don't know if you knew that in Demigods you get XP from rolling doubles. Most PBTA games you get XP from rolling low, but in Demigods the stats are just a little bit high, and I figured they would remain that way for Star Wars, but it means you don't like straight up fail rolls as often as in regular PBTA. So instead of rolling low, I set it as rolling doubles, which actually has a really similar probability. Never mind, I'll shut that off. But if you want, we can keep it as the doubles.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Okay.
Okay. Hooray! I got our first experience of the game with a 4. So, bully for me.
You have your skill. Tactically speaking, they're not in a ton of trouble, but you are also a little. Have you started drinking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're a little drunk. You don't think they're gonna get in harm's way, based on your just like general knowledge of fights, but you're also just tipsy. Also, who drank from the fishbowl?
I had like one, sip through the straw because Trash and I were staring at each other. And like, oh yeah?
Yes.
I think Shio has had more than he would care to from the fishbowl, because in his head, he is trying to tank the drink for his Padawan.
Yep, that's how drinking works.
The less his Padawan will be able to drink.
Well, that's gonna work out beautifully.
Okay, so you didn't have a ton, Kieran. Did you do a little chug off there, or was it like a genuine just little sip? Jason.
Me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking up.
Both of you, Trash and Kieran, were you doing like a contest? Were you seeing who could chug more in that moment, or were you just like taking sips?
Yeah, I think it was a starter. One also to see like, does this taste good?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think we were chugging yet. We were gonna get there.
I mean,
but then I have to go back up Kira. So
yeah, but I'm still drinking. So
okay,
keeping an eye on the situation. But
those who've
drinking.
had a good amount from the fishbowl,
Mm-hmm.
just roll some dice and tell me what you got.
Oh Lord.
So back at the fight, he looks impressed that you used your jetpack. He's like, you're gonna have to show me how to do that sometime. And he kind of squares up and gets ready to throw down with you. So I'll roll for him, but otherwise, what do you do first?
I think one of the moves I would like to take here on the elemental is rush in.
Okay.
So when I sprint at an enemy to stun them and cause significant collateral damage, roll
Oh, God.
6 plus prowess.
All right.
what have we done?
And I don't think we have our prowess done yet, but just roll your 2d6 and I will see. So you just punch him. He says you'll have to show him that sometime, and you just.
I'm like, you know what? It's above your pay grade. And I guess like I had a little bit more to drink than I thought because I rolled a 3.
Hey, we're doing really good, guys.
Oh boy, off to a bang up start.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna have you rolling, and then I thought the bar fight would be fun. But so he kind of goes like he sees, as you say, I think it's above your pay grade. He sees your hand come up and is able to instinctually just kind of go, nope, and he goes to try and hit you. But he rolled double ones, so he misses.
Okay.
This is the best bar brawl ever.
Oh boy.
Kieran, what are you doing as you see this happening?
What is the smaller gal doing?
She is basically either waiting for you to enter. She's clearly waiting for you to enter or waiting for him to be in trouble.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing the same. Like, if she tries to get in there and double up on Kira, like, no, that's not gonna, like, I'll interfere. I'm also waiting to see, like, if Kira really gets her bell rung, then it's also my job to, like, pull her back. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
For the two who rolled for who rolled for the fishbowl, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
I got a 7.
Okay. You're both handling it surprisingly well, but you definitely feel something.
Okay.
Fun.
It definitely is strong. Stronger than usual. Like Gemma was clearly being very kind to you tonight in the alcohol. So you're not like wasted, but you things are happening.
Okay. So was that for the practical tactical brilliance, or should I make a roll for that?
Are you going to try to do that again to notice what's happening again? Or
Well, that was just kind of a flavor reason for me taking that move. That move will basically, it's kind of like a leadership move where it'll let me give people, like, I could take harm for them, or I can give them a +2 to their spite roll, or it's kind of a support thing.
Okay. Trying to think of what would be a good benefit here. I'll say that you can give some like instruction, like, oh, he's gonna blah 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 from the bar. And so on your next roll, Pooja, you'll get a +2.
I think so. I think the way he'll do it, because I just like this visual, is he's sitting at their booth still, drinking, and just kind of looking at his eye, duck.
Love it.
Harry.
Perfect. Perfect.
Dab.
I love it. And I also, you know what? So all right, Kira, what are you doing?
Okay. Wait. Did Kieran go? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh no, Kieran is kind of hanging back.
I'm observing, waiting for him to either like take a dirty shot, or for the other gal to try to get in there, and yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Before you do that, Trash, are you doing anything to help this brawl, or are you just drinking more?
No, I'm gonna head on over, make my way into the brawl, and you know what? I mean, since someone's already taken a swipe, might as well get it started. So I'm gonna go up to the dude's friend, and I am gonna try. I'm gonna use "What's that over there?" from the Trickster playbook. And so that allows me to smite my enemies, but to use awe, which I'm going to go with a +1 instead of prowess. And I'm going to try to make an opening.
Okay.
By distracting the friend with my, I'm gonna having just recently watched Beverly Hills Cop, I'm gonna pull the "I'm super drunk. Hey, I know you. Don't I know you? I remember you from that place. Why are you acting like you don't know me?" And try to get in her face and be very loud and obnoxious.
Well, the first Beverly Hills Cop, was that what you was that the first time you'd seen it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I haven't watched it in a long time, and I watched it like last week and was like, this is delightful.
What a classic.
It is. So let me roll some dice about it.
Yeah, let's see what you do. She's definitely like watching you right now, but let's see if you actually get a hit it or can get her distracted.
That's a 6.
Okay, so you've got her a little confused because she does know you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I've met you before. I don't know you by name, but like I know you. So she's a little confused by your tactic. But I would say, so when you, on your next turn, when you go to hit her, you will get a +1.
Awesome. Perfect.
So she's not fully distracted by you, but she's definitely a little off her guard because it's confusing.
Yeah.
All right, Kira.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my duck from this guy's failed punch into a leg sweep.
Okay.
So yeah, basically I'm gonna try to
Knock him over.
knock him down so I can wail on him.
Okay. Roll some dice about it.
Oh, well that was better. I got a 10.
Oh yeah, you know, your first punch was a little bit of a whiff and he came after you, but you dodge, you immediately duck down and you sweep that leg and you sweep it good. And he comes falling. It's like, it's loud. It makes a very loud thump. So people are starting to notice now that this brawl is happening. Yeah, the Jedi Council is very aware that you're there. The Jedi Council has noticed that you are Solana's gang.
It's not like we started it.
Yeah.
And
I
technically, the two Jedi have not started fighting people yet.
No, they have noticed that. They have noticed that you're not in the fight, and they have noticed that Kieran is just standing by. But they do know who you are, and they rolled a 10, so they know very well.
Mm-hmm.
So you've knocked him down.
Technically, he swung at me first. Maybe. No, never mind. He insulted me first.
He invited the fight because he noticed you weren't wearing armor.
Yeah, he totally. Yeah, no, he started it. I will testify to that.
I did not appreciate the way he was looking at me at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fair point.
He's on the ground.
And he
he's
knew
a
that.
little shooken up.
He is aware that he did that.
He is aware. He 100% knows. He knows what he's done. He knows he's gonna get his ass whooped. It's fine. He's on the ground. I'm gonna say he is stunned for his turn, so he's a little dazed because you hit him real hard. You got him to fall real good. Kieran, what are you doing?
Okay, so the big guy's laid out.
Yep.
And the other gal's distracted?
She noticed he fell, but she's paying attention to trash. She's like focused on trash.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I just say to Kira, like, are you good? You're okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, that's I assumed. It's just I'm not gonna let you come over here by yourself.
Shio, you've noticed that the Jedi Council has noticed you. Mm-hmm. The council members. There's only like 3 there, but they are staring, and you've noticed attention is being attracted. But what are you doing?
Not much I can do. I mean, I'm not going to get in the middle of that fight and get us into more trouble with the council. I think I'm going to... go and flag down our... because we also mentioned that we had like a droid server that knows who we are.
Yes.
I'd like to flag them down, order a round of waters. And... I will look at the Jedi Council and kind of give them a look like, you know, non-Jedi, what can you do? Cheers.
So T3PO walks over. This is a repurposed protocol droid. It's like, not you again. What can I do for you?
Just a round of waters would probably be great. They're gonna be a little thirsty after they're done.
If a droid could sigh and roll eyes at you, that's what would be happening right now. But the droid just kind of goes, right away. And kind of like walks off. And it, like, you notice it kind of does like a release of air when it says these things and then stands back up. And then.
Yeah. Does it have like a special like compressed air bladder just so that it can sigh at people?
Yep. Just goes,
I like it. Is there any way that I can signal to Kieran that, hey, council, 3:00?
Kieran, how distracted are you? Are you focused on Kira?
Not really. I mean, the fight's over basically. So, yeah, I don't think I'm very distracted.
Okay, so yeah, you can. Since Kieran is kind of looking around, you can flag him.
Okay. I'll just loudly greet them from our table, like, Masters, good to see you.
Yes.
Trash, what are you doing? You haven't noticed. The people in the fight have not noticed the Jedi Council.
Yeah, and I would not particularly care. I mean, what are they going to do? Ban me from the academy? I mean, whatever. So no, I guess now is my my moment. If I feel like she is sufficiently distracted to take a poke in the chops.
All right, roll.
All right.
You get a +1.
That would be a. Hold on, let me just look and see. So this time I do want to exchange harm. So then this will just be a regular smote with my prowess. So with the +1 is a 9.
Yeah, she is like kind of confused by you. She just saw the guy go down. She's kind of like, what is happening? How do you punch her in the face? Do you hit her in the stomach? Like, where do you hit her?
Yeah, no, I just punch her in the face.
So she's like, what? And then she gets hit and she kind of stumbles back. So after that, she's going to try and rush you and like grab you by the waist.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if she does it. No, she does not. She tries, she fails, she stumbles a little. You've really shooken her up. All right, back to the top with Kira. This guy's on the ground. You've shooken him.
But I'm just gonna lead like really far over so it kind of looks like to an inexperienced observer it would look like I was like super unbalanced. Except I have a jetpack, so I'm really not. And just like lean in and be like, "Aw, did you trip?"
He's kind of like looking at you like he's kind of like he's very impressed, and so he puts his hand out to like he's like he puts a hand out to you like for you to grab it,
and I take it.
He's going to try and turn you over with him. So he's got the high ground and not you. Ooh, he does. You grab his hand, he grabs it and wrestles you down to the other side. Like, he's not trying to hurt you, but he's very much enjoying brawling with you.
I was hoping he was not done. I was like, what is it gonna take? What is it gonna take to get a decent fight in a place like this?
So yeah, he wrestles you to the ground. Now he's on top and you're on the ground, and he's got you there kind of like locked in place. Kieran is back, so I will go back. So actually, Shio, what are you doing? The Jedi Council's noticed you. Like, they saw you say that, and a couple of them have started to make their way over to you.
Oh, good. Yeah, I will head them off at the pass. I will get out of our table and try to, like, hey, so what's going on? Fancy to see you guys here. Not actually saying that, but, Master, so lovely to see you outside of the temple. Are you enjoying yourselves tonight? Trying to, like, look at me. Don't look at the fight.
And they're
I am more important than that.
They're like, Shio, what? Do you really let your Padawan get into such things? And they're kind of like talking to you because they've noticed it, but they're like, what?
Well,
what are you doing? The lieutenant governor is here tonight. And
I understand. As you can see, my Padawan is not in the middle of anything. I do find it important that he learn many different styles of combat, as his combat's training has been a bit lax. And the best way to learn them for him seems to be observing. So this is merely a lesson. Surely the lieutenant governor is not opposed to education.
Roll persuasion, like just roll 2d6, but you have a -1 because you're definitely a little drunk.
Yep. Oh, that is a 10, -1 is a 9.
Right. They notice you're a little off, but like they've also been drinking, so they're not judging you. But they are a little bit like, okay.
I understand it's a bit unorthodox, but to be fair,
Like-
my Padawan is a bit unorthodox.
They like cross their hands into their sleeves and kind of like ponder for a second. They're like, yes, I have noticed that boy Kieran in the library quite a bit. He's very obsessed with this. It's not even real. The Nui decimal system. He won't stop talking about it.
How dare you? Now there's a fight.
Real or not, I have examined his findings on it, and it does seem to be a rather well-crafted organizational system. It's something that maybe we should consider putting into place. But this is a discussion for a much later time, I'm sure. I would hate to disrupt you from your duties and your guests.
Like, you can tell they're visibly annoyed at that. They're like, oh, we would much rather. The face says we would much rather talk to you right now than go back to the pompous asshole in the bar. But they're like, you are right, but you may want to clean this up.
Of course, we have an understanding with the owner. It'll be taken care of. I assure you, masters.
Like, it better be. And they kind of turn away and go back to the lieutenant governor. You have persuaded them for now, so they are going to try and keep him and the politicians pretty distracted from what's going on over there. So the 9, while not a critical success, they're gonna try their best to help you out.
Okay. I will, once they pass, turn over to the brawl happening behind me. Hurry it up, we're on a timetable.
Basically, Gemma has noted, like, let's see, has she? She's kind of... Gemma rolled a 12, so Gemma has definitely noticed that this is happening and is like, I told them not tonight. And they are going, Gemma is going to start crossing the bar over to the fight, but it'll take them a second to reach you. So Kieran, what are you doing?
So the big guy's still laid out on the floor, right?
He has rolled Kira over and has her pinned to the ground right now.
Oh, they're wrestling. Okay.
They're wrestling.
Okay. And Trash got a sucker punch in? Is that what's happening with them?
Yeah, Trash got a sucker punch in.
Yep.
She tried to retaliate and failed.
Okay.
So they're fighting. And you've just noticed Shio has talked to the council, and the council seems to be helping you a little bit.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I'm mostly just watching to see, like, make sure nothing unfair is happening. Like, Kira can fight her own fights. I'm just there for, like, when this guy pulls out a knife or something, like, that's...
I love that Kieran's our referee.
Yeah.
You've brawled with this guy before, and he hasn't done that yet,
Right.
But you're still worried that he might.
Yeah, like, he's an unknown quantity. And particularly his friend, too, who I don't think we've seen before, so... Yeah, that's all. I'm just like at the ready to be someone's help role.
You notice T3PO kind of sighing and bringing waters to your table, and there's no one at the table anymore, and he's just like, ugh. He's even put in like a guttural sound he can make, and like puts the waters on the table and walks away. Like, ungrateful.
As
So
Dork Lord
uncivilized.
As Dork Lord Canada pointed out, though, the eye rolling adapter is surprisingly expensive.
Yeah, it's a little too much for him.
Yeah, got to save up for that.
But I'm pretty sure we helped him pay for it. We do tip well.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, well, we don't want to get barred.
Hey.
I don't get it.
No, he looks real nice. Like, he's managed to keep him up quite well from your tips. So he's doing all right, but the eye roll implant takes a while.
Yep.
He's like on a very long waiting list for it.
It's pricey.
The hut in the area hasn't been able to get him one yet.
Yeah.
But so okay. Kira, you're pinned to the ground. You're wrestling now.
I am going to try to lever. Basically, I want to kind of flip him onto the table.
Okay, so you kind of want to like
Basically, like, bring my leg up and use, like, a thrust from my jetpack to help propel him up and flipped over
okay.
onto the table.
I'm gonna give you a +1 because you're using your jetpack, so that is going to make your leverage a little better. So go ahead and roll.
Sweet. That gives me a 10.
Yeah, you do this very well. It looks very cool to everyone who's watching. She like gets her leg ready underneath him and accelerates that jetpack and flips him, and he goes bam. And some of the rest of the bar has started to notice, and Gemma is scurrying a little faster now because that was very loud. Trash, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to knock my new friend here out.
Oh, Kira?
Just when he lands, I'm like, well, I guess drinks are on you tonight.
Some drinks did spill on him. Trash, you're gonna try to knock out.
Yep.
Okay, roll for me.
All
What
right.
are you doing? Are you like arm barring her? Are you like?
I'm gonna try a good old fashioned uppercut. Try
All
one
right.
of those like. Try to just flat lay her out.
Roll for it. She's been not on her game, so you have a +1 right now because she's very confused.
I got another 9.
Dang. All
And
right.
double, so I guess I also get XP.
Nice. So yeah, you hit her. You don't quite knock her out, but you do knock her on her butt.
Well
So
done.
she falls backwards. She's dazed. She will not get a turn this round. She's very like, what? Okay. Gemma has crossed over and is like, what did I tell you? Is anyone going to?
I
mean, the two in
immediately
the.
go. They started it.
I don't care who started it. This is not the first brawl you've gotten into.
Yeah, but they started it, so don't yell at us. Throw them out. They're the troublemakers.
Well, I don't need to do much of throwing of anybody. Kira seems to have that covered.
That's the point.
I like
Um,
this.
Well,
Is anybody who's not in the fight gonna try to convince Gemma that this is okay?
yeah. Look, Gemma, this is a friendly brawl. Let's get everyone up. I'm just like let's all go finish our drinks. It's clear who won. Let's, with
Roll persuasion to
Okay.
see if you can get them to come drink with you.
7, 8, I think. Yeah.
8. Gemma starts to calm down a little bit, but isn't going to come have a drink. So they're like, okay, just please make sure it's over with quickly. I will try to keep. And they kind of snap their fingers and get a bunch of waitstaff over to them and are like, keep the political party distracted, make sure they don't know of this, and keep the lieutenant governor drunk.
Mm.
So Gemma's not calm and Gemma's not okay with what's happening, but Gemma is going to try to keep the other half of the bar away from you. Or you could get arrested. So
Yeah, well, also part of my invite was to the guy that Kira's fighting and the other gal, like all of them, like, come on, the
the
fight's over.
gal's on the ground and
Come
doesn't
drink.
know what's going on.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
The guy is also. He is enjoying this.
Sure.
This is fun. This is fun for him. So, all right. Let's start. Let's go. Shio, how are you handling things now?
Well, now that Gemma's taken care of and the Jedi Council is taken care of, I'm gonna go back to backseat brawling
Okay.
and giving them hints and techniques.
Unnecessary advice.
Unnecessary, sure. So I'm gonna roll with practical tactical brilliance to try to get some holds that I can help them with.
Okay.
Okay, so that is an 8, which on a 7-9 hold 2. Okay, so I will give Kira can add +2 to their next smite roll.
Okay.
So the next. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be flavor wise like I think I'll catch her eye and shift my eyes over to the bottle of alcohol that is still on the table that tipped over. Like maybe use that.
Okay. Kira, what are you doing?
I am gonna take the bottle, and instead of just whacking him over the head with it, because like weapons it's a bar brawl. There are customs to be followed. I'm gonna take a swig of it, and then basically be like, "Dear Lord, what the fuck is this?" and spit it out onto him.
All right. So he's just thrown on the table. Now he's got drink in his face. He is going to grab another bottle from the same table and also take a swig of it, but he's not going to spit it out at you. And he is going to try to picture where like. So you flipped him onto the table, so he is going to try and grab you and kind of like, once again, like see if he can kind of throw you like try and grab you and basically throw you.
They're just slinkying across the...
they're tossing. Or he's gonna try and grab your leg and pull you down to his level. Because I just imagine you're on your jetpack right now.
I am.
You're flying. Oh, he grabs your leg, but he is not successfully able to move you. But he has your leg held.
Okay.
Trash, your girl is pretty much down. She's dazed. But what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to body check the other guy
All
from
right.
behind, sucker punch, because
He's-
I mean,
He's
laying
on the
a
table. And
Oh, he's on
got,
the table, right?
Yeah, he's laying on a table and he's got a hold of your friend's leg, so he's kind of like this in a very strange position. So you could punch him, or you might be able to break his grasp on.
Yeah,
Kira.
I'm gonna try to break his grasp. Try to get Kira free
Okay.
to do Kira-y things.
All right, roll for it.
Ooh, that is a straight 9.
All right, yeah, you break him free. It's a little bit difficult, and it kind of tugs Kira a little bit down,
Mm-hmm.
but it does work. So she is free, and you've done it, but you're a little off balance now, Kira. Those mixed successes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Kieran, how's your damage control going?
Well, it seems like, I mean, we're on top of the fight, so it would be unfair for me to get involved. Like, there's...
The rest of the bar hasn't really... There's some eyes turning to you, but no one's really coming over to you or anything.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm kind of just standing in the way of, like, oh, I wonder what that noise was. Did anyone see? Just trying to deflect a little bit and waiting again, like she's got this. I'm just here as backup. So
Okay. Let's see if so that other girl rolled an 11, so she is up and off the ground and dusting herself off and charging at trash. But she's not making any moves, but she's up.
oh, okay. Well, I would like to interfere with that if that's okay.
Yeah, I'll give you. You see this happen. She gets up. She's rushing over to trash.
And probably rushing him from behind, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's not fair. So.
No.
So are you gonna get involved?
Well, yeah. What I'd like to do is just use the force a little bit to trip her. Like just hold one foot down and let her.
Okay. Yeah. Do it.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes. This could be very funny.
Uh-oh. Can I have a reroll?
No, I don't have rerolls.
Have you
So
gotten it ready yet? You could spend one.
2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. So that's where that went.
Yeah, you trip her, but she, in effect, trips. She falls, hits trash, causes. Actually, trash. Roll to see if you keep your balance.
Mm. Oh, and I did get doubles, so I'll mark that.
Okay. Yes, you get experience. But trash, let me know if you keep your balance. Or let me know what you get. Because you now have a woman full throttling, just tripping on top of you. Jay.
Oh, sorry. I was briefly distracted.
That's all right.
So she is tripping and falling on top of me.
Yes.
I'm going to try to get out of the way.
Yeah, you can. Let's see if you either get out of the way in time or are able to mitigate somehow.
Yeah, let me
Otherwise,
try to get out of the
funny.
way. Yes. Funny is funny is a thing to say that. Let me try. I'll roll under pressure, or perform under pressure. My metal is a +0, so okay. Hold on. That's a 6.
All right. You don't get out of the way. You don't quite fall, but it's very flaily. So she topples onto you, and you're able to not fall over, but you're kind of like, whoa. And so you hit Kira and the dude, and now Kira has to roll to see if she keeps her balance on the jetpack.
Oh. Can I roll with advantage, but with using my jetpack to at least keep my balance?
You can have a +2.
Okay.
You're trained in this, but it's still very like random.
Well, that's a 12.
Okay, yeah, you're
nice.
fine. Let's see how the other guy. Other dude is just honestly, you knocked him out. You whacked him real hard in the face, and he passed out, and now he has a big black eye. So now you just have the one girl who is not having a good night, and has just knocked over has effectively almost ended this fight.
Yep.
Uh,
I imagine that we're sort of like dancing now, that like she's on top and we're sort of like trying to hold each other up, but also throw each other down.
Yeah.
Yeah, she fell.
The boxer
you managed
hug.
to turn.
Yeah, exactly.
She fell. You managed to turn around and keep your balance, but then you just whacked other dude in the face, and then whacked Kira, because you didn't. You kind of had to do one of those like, whoa, okay.
Yep.
So now she's. Yeah, you're just like basically holding each other now. And she is going to try and flip you on the ground.
Aw. We were getting along so well.
She does not flip you, but she manages to get herself in an advantageous position, but she's not able to flip you.
Okay.
So
there.
Kira, you've lost your fight partner, unfortunately, and now
I'm
you
mad
have.
about it, but I'm going to settle myself on top of him. Like I'm gonna cross my legs and sit on him with the bottle of booze that he had because I didn't like that first one that I had.
Yeah, his tastes much better.
And watch what's happening with Trash and this
Just
other
gonna
lady.
watch.
All right, I'm gonna see.
Thanks, Kira. Just gonna watch.
Yeah, no.
And if you can't handle one rando lady,
Fair question.
I was gonna see if he wakes up to notice you, but he does not. He is still out. Kieran, you just saw this whole chain of events you enacted.
No one can prove that.
Can't I though?
Shio, how are you feeling about what just occurred?
Oh God. Well, Shio was getting ready to jump in if he needed to, but this is absolutely, they've got this at this point. He's gonna go back over to the table and start sipping on some water, and probably hand Kira a water. And I still have a hold one, so I'm just gonna watching, getting ready to offer some advice in case Trash needs it, like he usually does.
Okay. Trash, you've got. She didn't manage to flip you over, but she does have you in a a grip that implies that she will be able to on another turn. So what are you doing?
Hold on. Yep. Nope. I'm just gonna try to knock her out again.
All right.
Take a +2, I think is what it gives you. Yes, you get a +2 to your smite roll.
So,
got it.
You yell something like "kick the leg" because you're both like grappling. So you yell at him like "kick the leg, get her,"
since
I
when
just
did we
yell at
turn into
him.
Cobra Kai.
I just yell at him, Ord Mantel.
Ord Mantel.
We were in a similar situation,
Yep.
and that means something to him.
And I go, which time? Because I rolled a 7. I'm like, Ord Mantel. What?
Oh, that time.
Oh, right.
So you managed to. You're not in a grapple with her anymore, and you managed to kind of. You get her onto her knees, but you don't get her fully down, so she could get back up pretty quickly. But you do have her. Like you knocked back, and you are out of grapple with her.
Cool. Anybody else want to do anything to help me?
I said Ord Mantel.
Cool.
I'm sure you got this. It'll be great.
Yeah, you wouldn't start a fight you couldn't finish.
You guys.
Oh no. She rolled a 12. So she is going to do one of those really cool like Black Widow thigh things and twist around you and get you on the ground.
Ow.
Oh.
She runs up, she jumps up and twists you down, and then she's kind of on top of you like she says, "Don't pick a fight, you can't win."
I didn't pick this fight.
She's like, "You were the one who attacked me first."
My friends started all this.
So
Hey, technically this guy did. And I kind of poke my new chair, which is a lot more comfortable than the actual booth we were sitting in before.
You've waken him up a little. He's not fully to, but he's kind of like noticed that you're sitting on him, and he kind of laughs. He's like, and he kind of coughs. He doesn't really. He's fine, but he's not fully conscious yet.
I want to squat down next to Trash and be like, "Trash, it's just yield. We're done here."
You're standing right next to her.
What's that have to do with anything?
You could
push her off me.
That's not my fight.
So I do have to mention Dork Lord Canada saying her name is Tub Thumpin', She gets knocked down, then she gets up again. So bless you. We love you. We cherish you.
However, with the appropriate number of apostrophes in it. So
Oh
that's,
yeah, several apostrophes, couple of double vowels.
Yep.
Okay. Tub. Is it? There's like
Thumpin'.
several U's. Okay, yep.
Yep.
All right, tub thumping. She's a tub.
Oh god, it's real now. Dark Lord Canada, look what you did.
They knew what they did.
They knew it.
Yep.
You knew.
That's exactly why it's canon, because I didn't have names for these characters. Well, we'll see. But yeah, so Tub Thumpin has you on the ground, and Kieran is just talking to you, and she's not. Kieran's not in this fight, so she's honoring that Kieran's not in this fight.
I'm like, look, it's 2v2. We came to a draw. She got him. She got you. Let's have a drink.
I mean, I won, which is really what matters.
Oh my god.
Let me see if she hears the let's have a drink, and she likes the idea of winning this fight. So let's see if you persuade her to maybe ease up. Maybe that'll help. Ooh. Nope. She's not persuaded.
Okay.
She's like, a drink sounds fun, but she's like, nah, I'm having too much fun in this fight. This is more fun than a drink. All right, so Kira, you're drinking on top of your dude. He's kind of coming to again, but he's not gonna keep fighting you unless you really want him to.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I feel like we've had our fun, and now it is spectator time.
he's kind of like, you got this, Tub. Shio, what are you? How are you?
Well, I am out of holds for tactical brilliance. Yeah, what? Yeah, I'm gonna do another roll for that, because while I'm giving him advice, I'm also passing out waters to now Kira and her new stool, because you know what, hydration's important.
He thanks you.
Cute. So I got no holds on that one. So you're on your own. I rolled
All
a
right.
9. So
You're-
I believe in you.
You kind of casually, you're handing out waters to Kieran and to Kira and to her stool, and you're just a little too distracted. So you get a little like, I believe in you. It's great. You'll be fine. Waters.
Use the force.
You just say the wrong thing. You're like, oh shit.
Oh, that might be a tender subject. Oops. I guess that fish will hit me a little harder than I thought.
Oh boy.
I mean, you could search your feelings, young Padawan.
I think it is a use the foot.
My feelings are I would rather not have my ass kicked anymore here. Those are my feelings. And gee, it would be nice if one of the space wizards would help.
There are at least 5 in this bar right
I'm
now.
making sure the fight's fair.
Oh my god.
I'm making sure we still have a job in the morning.
I mean, technically, both helping.
No,
Yeah? All right.
I'm passing
Trash.
out waters. I'm offering helpful criticisms.
All right, Trash, come on. She got you fair and square. Let's leave her alone.
That's I'm
As
gonna
he's
try to
pinned to the
sway
ground.
her. I'm gonna try to sway her to get that drink, and just
All
be
right.
like, "You got me beat. Let's just drink and be done."
Okay.
So
I mean-
here comes my sway roll.
She does like the idea of winning, so
It's an 8.
okay. She's not fully persuaded.
Can I
Oh,
help? Can
Yeah.
I help with this by like tossing the other bottle over her way?
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
here, look, we have booze.
I'll say that you try to hand it to her.
Yeah.
Roll for me just to see, because it could add to that 8.
Cool. I got double 4s.
Okay, that's neat.
Yay, a 3.
Take that
Yay,
experience. You get a +1, so now that is a 9.
Oh.
That's being the same.
Or you get a plus. Yeah, yours. Sorry, your roll. Trash's roll was an 8, right?
Yeah, my roll is an 8.
So now you have a 9.
Oh,
It's-
can I add into that since I was trying to talk them out of like continuing the fight?
You know what? Yeah, go ahead. Give me a roll because you're also trying to say, look, you've won. You're doing great, which she really likes the concept of.
Well, I got another pair of 2s, so
Yeah, you don't help at all.
But
But
at least you're getting a lot of doubles.
these dice are going in the timeout.
a 9 is enough to get her to stop. She's not like thrilled about it, but she takes the bottle, she gets off of you and helps you up, and she's like, there's a chalkboard at the back or like a data pad at the back, and she writes in that she tallies in that she won. And you'll note, and you know about this, Kira. She also tallies in that you won. This is like the bar brawl tally that y'all have going.
Yeah. Don't worry, Trash.
and
You'll
she-
get the next one.
So yeah, you're out of combat. You still have some drinks on the table. It's getting kind of late. Some of the political party has started to clear out a little bit, but there's still, still fun to be had. T3PO has brought you waters. Oh.
Is there a pupper?
Hold on.
We can't see.
No, there's not a pupper. Hold on.
Okay. Just outside the range of the...
Oh, someone brought her a water.
Just breakfast.
Hooray!
Hooray!
My mom made me a smoothie.
Yay!
So yeah, combat's over. You could keep drinking, keep partying. Gemma starts getting some of the servers to sweep up the area that you just brawled in. Kira, are you still sitting on top of him? Have you
Yes.
moved? Okay.
No.
Yeah, he's
Comfortable, and they gave us the booth with no cushions.
He gets it. He's still a little out of it. He's trying to drink water upside down right now.
I'm helping.
Yeah, you've like helped him adjust so he can drink some, but you're not moving.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but what are the rest of you doing? You're out of combat. You can kind of.
I've gone back to the table and I am drinking. And
Are you drinking the
studiously
fishbowl?
Drinking right from the fishbowl. Actually, no. I've asked for like my own bottle of the very strong stuff,
Okay.
and I am drinking it and just going. Could have just waved their hands, sent her flying. Could have just done that.
Trash, that wouldn't be
Yes.
honorable.
But then you wouldn't have learned how to fight your opponent.
I did not. I did not learn anything.
Well, really, because
Didn't you, though?
there was that
No.
moment where you left an opening and then she got you in the kidney, and then you'll remember, then you turn around and she came flying at you from behind, and there was nothing I could do about that, so I didn't intervene, and tackled you, and
Are
then...
you trying to convince Shio? Roll for me to see if you noticed the didn't intervene.
Oh, yeah, no, there was definitely an erased eyebrow. Like, I definitely didn't feel the force in that moment. That's an 8.
Yeah, you felt it. You know.
Yeah.
You know. I'm not.
But-
I just want to make sure you saw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, Kieran's getting into the booth with Trash, like, and explaining what Trash did wrong in the fight, which
What
is
I
what
did-
everyone loves to hear.
Exactly. And I'm like, what I did wrong was not get any help. That's what I did wrong.
I mean, really, what you did wrong was you stole the very tail end of my fight, and
There were two of them
therefore-
and one of you. In fact, there are 4 of us and 2 of them.
But
All the more reason for no one else to get involved.
yeah, it wouldn't be honorable to overwhelm them in a friendly bar fight.
Mm-hmm. Especially under the eyes of the council. Remember?
Just let me drink. I'm just gonna drink. That's what I'm doing. Drinking. Now.
See how well they did.
Well,
Yeah, they kept people off you.
if you'd like, Trash, Master Shio has shown me a number of fighting techniques that, maybe you and I could work on at some point that, don't involve lightsabers, but, the Echani martial arts are extensive and have a lot of techniques that you might be interested in.
Sure. He did teach you force pushes, though.
The what now?
To force push someone. You learned that one, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure that's in your repertoire.
Did you understand why I didn't intervene in your fight, right? Because I feel like I've said it.
Yeah, you have. You've said it. You've definitely said it. So, yep, we're fine. Everything's fine.
Gemma comes over and notices that the fishbowl is still pretty intact and is kind of surprised and is like, all right, so I asked for no brawl fights. Bar fights this time, but that could have gone worse.
And they did
Correct.
start it, so...
They started it, 100%.
I don't care who started it. I've seen you. You have a running tally that you keep in the bar.
We didn't start that either.
Yeah, we didn't start it.
No, I
But-
did.
Go over there today.
I mean, perhaps as a future renovation, there might be room for some kind of sparring arena.
People do
Well-
seem to like to fight in here. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, you should ask yourself, why do people fight in your bar?
They kind of sigh and are like, all right.
I mean, get the
I
lieutenant
will-
governor to name it after himself. He'll build it for you.
They look at you and they're like, actually, that's a pretty good idea. Writes it down. Brawl area. Named after Lieutenant Governor Shaw. The Shaw Brawl. I'll work on the name.
The Shawshank.
The Sharina.
The Sharshank. The Sharshank.
The Sharshank
The
Sharina.
Sharshank Arena now.
That's
Writing
good.
this. So
It
Gemma's
seems-
going to try that.
But it did seem, from what I could see from our corner of the bar, which really is not a bad. I mean, are there actual cushions in here? I mean, I've sat on rocks for hours at the temple that are more comfortable than these seats. But I just have to ask, like, how did things go? Is Lieutenant Governor happy? Did mission accomplished?
He's annoyed that it was so loud in here, but he didn't see anything.
Well, he came to a bar in the heart of the city, his city. Did he expect it to be a
Well-
museum?
Other than you and your fellow bar fight mates, he did carefully select the guest list. So, in his mind, they should have been quieter. But it doesn't seem like he's noticed that any fights went down. And the Jedi started talking to him a lot, which I think he quite liked. So there was a point at which he was more concerned about feeling important that Jedi were talking to him. So
It's glad to hear.
otherwise, he's asleep now, I think. I should probably go check on him to see if he's not dead. He drank like 4 of those, and they point to the fishbowl.
Oh,
Oh god.
oh my.
Oh boy, yeah, that'll do.
So Gemma
Are they
has
really that good?
What's
They're
that?
pretty tasty. I mean, they're terrible. You should not have one right now because we have a job in the morning, my good people.
Gemma pats you and kind of like, all right, I gotta go handle our very important patron, but T3PO would be with you to collect your finished drinks and things. And they walk away. And Gemma kind of laughs. Gemma's used to this by now. And goes off to make sure that the lieutenant governor is okay. And T3PO kind of saunters over, click clank, and starts picking things up onto the tray that you finished. But yeah, all right. Are you gonna call it a bar night, or are you gonna keep drinking?
Well, I think Shio is gonna call it a bar night, and remind everybody what time they need to be at the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like 6 a.m. early, like it's crack of dawn nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's perfect because he gets up for morning meditation at 5, so 6 o'clock is perfect.
No, I need to know, are you just reminding everybody, or are you telling Kieran to go to bed?
I'm strongly encouraging Kieran to make good choices.
Meanwhile, I'm going to not so subtly hint that y'all never finished your drink off. And we have this whole fishbowl left, basically.
And I mean, I had my side bottle, but I'm diving into the fishbowl.
Well, it would be a shame to
And
let it go to waste. She
looking
was
right
very
at Kieran.
generous with this.
There's fishbowl full of liquor here, Kieran.
Yeah.
Since it's 10-1, this is going to be the last thing we do. So
Sure.
Yes. Kieran, you are faced with a hard choice as he pats the hard seat that is reminiscent to the rock you will be sitting on if you are late.
Nope. I understand. I'll be on time.
Okay.
So, roll for me, both of you. Whoever gets the higher roll will win this drink off.
Are we adding any of our stats to it?
Nope. you're
Okay.
just
I have a
drinking.
7.
Oh, I got a 6.
Okay.
Oh,
So not only did Kieran not help you in the fight, but Kieran now has won the drink off.
I was immensely helpful.
I think in a way I won that drink off because Kieran's going to have a much harder day tomorrow than I.
Oh yeah. So whoever drank from the fishbowl, I need what is essentially going to be a con save for the next adventure.
Okay.
Just a straight 2d6.
Yep.
Oh, it's a 10.
Ooh, I got a 10 too.
Damn it, I
Okay.
got a 6.
I got double 5s, actually, so I should mark XP.
You monster. I got a 6 and a 4.
Okay.
Gosh, oh, poor
Oh boy.
So
Living right up to that name.
This is perfect. This narrative feeds exactly into our expectations.
the next morning, I'm not going to say who wakes up or whatever on time, but the next morning when you are going to your mission, everyone feels pretty okay except Trash, who is wearing. You are the sunglasses wearing.
Yep.
All
Drinking
of that.
coffee. Everyone keep your voices much, much lower than you are right now. Whatever volume you're talking at, you're yelling. So just thank you. I appreciate you.
But because it was a 6, you're not going to take like any negatives to anything. You just
good.
feel like your name.
Trash.
You're a little slower, things are a little harder, but you're not like taking any penalties.
Cool.
If you'd gotten a critical if you'd gotten a critical failure, I would have given you some minuses.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So that was our first little adventure in Star Wars and Silence of the Force.
Yay. This was fun.
I like it. It's going to be fun.
Yep. That turned out just as good as I would have expected it to.
And I think there was a change to next week's schedule. Or is next week the one we're on?
We're on next week.
Oh, I thought we weren't on next week.
I thought we're not on the 7th.
Yeah, the 7th we're off.
And then Rachel can't make it next week.
Yeah, next week is Halloween.
Oh, right. We have Halloween.
Well, we can still play one down, or however you want to handle that.
Yeah, I think we can play one down. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
I may try to see if we can get an extra spooky guest.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Ooh,
Spooky, yes.
spooky.
Force Ghost.
Cool.
See who's free.
Force Ghost coast to coast.
Yes.
But yeah, let's go around and give who everybody's been and who everybody is. We'll start with Jay.
Hi, y'all. Once again, I'm Jay Holtham, playing Trash Penta, and very good at being trash. You can find me on the interwebs at Jay Holtham in all the old familiar places. And you can also find me playing some games currently with 12-sided stories.
All right. Joey?
Hey guys, I'm Joey. You can find me on the socials at Joey Nestra. You can also catch me on the Demigods RPG Network every other Sunday, not tomorrow, but the following Sunday, in our Vampire PB game, Glittering Night, where I get to play a Toreador LA Fuckboy, which is just my dream come true. It's awesome, and we're running down to the end of that campaign, so catch up and join us for the soon-to-be finale. I'm also on the Games Never Play Actual Play podcast every Wednesday, playing Shades of Gotham, our Tiny Supers game, where I am also playing kind of a trash character. I have a theme. He likes to stab people. It's great. And yeah, so Happy Jacks at 4 o'clock on Sundays and 7 o'clock on Games Never Play every Wednesday.
Alrighty, Jason?
Yeah, I'm Jason. I'm the It's Probably Okay guy on Twitter and Twitch and the channel that you tuned in today, or unless you're watching on YouTube. On YouTube, you can find us Probably Okay Games. Also here on this channel, Wednesdays and Sundays, I'm streaming No Man's Sky Permadeath mode, which is stressful and fun. And Fridays, I have a Friday Fly Day normal mode No Man's Sky with Sam DeLev, and that is a very chill, relaxing experience. So you can come and hang out with us while we do that. So I think that's everything I'm up to right now.
All right. And Pooja.
Hi, I'm Pooja. You can find me on Twitter at LADaisy That's LADESI Girl. And pretty much everywhere else is Forgotten Saves. I am also on the Happy Jacks RPG on Sundays and the 12-sided stories on your podcast feeds. So, fun times.
And we had a cat guest today, which was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Frida likes to come on her own terms, mind you. get adulation from the masses.
It was
when
adorable.
she's not knocking things off the kitchen counter that could possibly kill her if she eats them.
All right. Yes, I have been your GM, Blythe Kala. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BlytheKala93. You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at BlytheKala93. Oh my God, there's a Janet. You will find me here GMing this every Saturday at 10 a.m. We will have November 7th off because Jason can't be here. And if Jason can't be here, there is no stream.
Because I'm the most special.
He picks up his toys and goes home, and we can't play.
Because of all of his technology that we require. And Janet.
And Janet. It's really Janet's stream. Hey, look over there. Look. Can you see that?
Janet does not want to look. But yeah, you can also, starting on November 9th, you'll be able to see me back on Happy Jacks playing in an upcoming game that will be every other Monday. And I'm very excited for it because it's going to be great.
Awesome.
And I think that's everything I'm doing right now. I had to think about it for a second.
All right. Cool. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.